Beer here back in the Fantasy Bar. 6 games on the docket, and I've got 6 plays for you, including a couple of big boppers I think go yard tonight. My favorite value play on the slate, a starting pitcher in the mid-range with some upside and a good matchup, and a beast of the night I think goes ham tonight. Who is it? Belly up to the Fantasy Bar and find out. Welcome in, guys. Thursday edition Beers Daily Fantasy 6-pack. Good to be back here once again doing another video covering the 7 o'clock slate. We got some early games. If you're playing those, good luck in those. But we are going to focus on the 6 games starting at 7:05. Thank you, as always, for stopping by and tuning into the video. Now, before we get into the plays, guys, as always, first thing, hit that thumbs up button. Just takes a second, but really helps us out here. So thank you for that in advance. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel, get notified when these videos get released. Lastly, if you're into sports betting, if you're thinking about getting into sports betting, go and check out scoresandodds.com/beer. Link is in the description of the video, guys. Tons of sports betting information there to get you started. If you're a seasoned sports bettor, plenty of information there for you as well. Compare odds across all the different sports books, premium picks across a bunch of different sports, and can pay by the week, the month, or the year, whatever suits your fancy. Go and check it out. Click that link in the description. Get signed up today at scoresandodds.com/beer. All right, let's get into the plays here tonight. You know the rules. Coors Field on the docket. Too easy. We're not going to clog up the 6-pack with guys from that game. So we're going to focus on guys outside of Coors Field, and we're going to start one of those big boppers I promised I think is in a good spot tonight. Let's pay some money here in the outfield for Aaron Judge of the Yankees. So Judge really been a pain in the ass here for the Rays in the first couple games of this series. 5 hits so far in those games for Aaron Judge, and we know big-time power here against left-handed pitching. 362 ISO over the last couple seasons. WOBA sitting at 443. When we look into the pitching matchup here with Rich Hill, he loves to use the fastball, and Judge very good against that pitch. Fact, 459 WOBA, 373 ISO against fastballs. Hill uses that about 37% of the time against right-handed hitters. And again, you can find this information in our Plate IQ tool here in RotoGrinders Premium. But Hill gives up some power as well. You see that ISO at 233, a hard contact rate at 45%. Those are the kind of numbers we want to see when we're looking at a power hitter here. Aaron Judge certainly fits the bill, and a guy I want to pay some money on. FanDuel, priced a little bit too low to me at just $3,200. Let's take advantage. All right, let's go to the other side of that game. Let's stay in the outfield with some value with Austin Meadows of the Rays. Now, Meadows, kind of a slow start. You know, that batting average down under 200, kind of alarming, but the power has been there. The guy has 7 home runs on the season, so that's the encouraging part. Not only that, but the numbers against righties, very good as you'd expect. 281 ISO, 357 weighted OBA. We're going to look into the pitches again, and very good against the fastball. And he's going to get a lot of those from Jameson Taillon. Over 50% of the time, he's going to use that pitch against left-handed hitters. WOBA over 400, ISO over 300 against the fastball. So I think this is one of those matchups that could really get Meadows going here and turn those numbers around. But the power is really what we're focused on here. And Taillon has struggled with lefties. 379 WOBA and ISO at 260, and fly ball rate 50%. So again, for a power hitter, that's what we want. Get the ball up in the air, along with a 33% hard contact rate allowed to left-handed hitters. So Meadows, don't let that batting average alarm you. Look at the power here, and I think he's in a good spot to go yard once again tonight against Jameson Taillon. All right, let's get a starting pitcher here in the mid-range. We're going to go with Zach PLESAC of the Indians. Now, there's more expensive guys on the slate, the Javier's, the Rogers of the world, that probably provide a little bit more strikeout upside. But PLESAC has kind of raised his game here in the strikeout department of late. 13 strikeouts over his last 13 innings, over those last couple starts. And when we look at his Seattle Mariners team, I think this is a team we could get one of those ceiling strikeout games for PLESAC. 8th highest strikeout rate in all of baseball against right-handed pitching so far this season. And he's given us at least 4 strikeouts in every start, 6 or more in 3 of his last 6 starts. In Seattle, you look into some of the other numbers here. We're talking about a team in the bottom half of the league in ISO, WRC+, that WOBA down at the 6th worst rate against right-handed pitching on the season. So just a punchless lineup here. Sure, there's some hitters that could do some damage here, but I like the Cleveland bats behind him providing some run support here. I think the strikeouts will be there in this matchup. So Zach PLESAC, a great option here tonight in the mid-range and a great matchup with this Seattle Mariners team. All right, let's stay there with Cleveland. We said we like the bats, so let's load one up here at third base with Jose Ramirez. So you're paying big prices here for Jose Ramirez, no doubt. We found you some value, trying to make it a little easier to get him in those lineups, but the prices have come down some. A little bit of a cold streak here. But the encouraging news, the prices have come down a little bit. This guy started out red hot to the season, drove the prices up. Now they've come down to a playable level here. And the numbers against righties just jump off the page here for Jose Ramirez. 465 in the ISO department. 455 is the WOBA so far this season. And Logan Gilbert, toeing the slab here for Seattle, one of the top prospects in all of baseball, no doubt. This guy's a top 30 prospect according to MLB.com. But I always love going against a guy like this. First of all, very inexperienced, only made one start at AAA. So as highly touted as some of these guys are, it's a big jump to come into the majors and pitch, especially in your debut. You're nervous, you don't know what to expect. Also, when people look into stats, there's nothing really to go off of for Gilbert besides his minor league stats. So that may help people avoid the Indians as well, just not knowing what this guy can do. So add all that together, I like Ramirez here. So I like the Indians as a stack here. I think a lot of people want to pay that $4K on Gilbert, save some money. I don't hate that approach. If you didn't like the Indians, to me, I want the Indian side of this. I want the bats, but mainly I want Jose Ramirez here in this matchup with Logan Gilbert. All right, let's keep moving on in the infield here at first base with Nate Lowe of the Rangers. So we talked about some of the high-end pitchers on the slate. I think Javier will certainly be one of the higher-end guys that people go to. So this is a nice leverage spot. A lot of people aren't looking at Texas bats here. A lot of people aren't going to be going with bats against these high-end pitchers. That's going to give us a guy with big-time upside at very low ownership here with Nate Lowe. And a guy that's done very well against right-handed pitching, 278 ISO. You see that 400 WOBA, 4 multi-hit games for him now over the last 9. And Javier has struggled a little bit over his last couple starts. 8 earned runs allowed in the last 2 starts. And again, the lethal mix we want when we're looking at power hitters. We need fly balls and we need hard contact allowed. Wow, Javier's given us 47% in both of those categories here. So again, Texas, not a team that we're generally looking for a ton of bats, but there is power here with Nate Lowe. The numbers against righties are good. Javier's recent struggles have me encouraged, and those fly balls and hard contact rate, exactly what we want. Nate Lowe, a low-owned option for you, I think has big-time upside here tonight on both FanDuel and DraftKings. All right, let's take a look at my favorite play on the slate. But before we do that, we're going to continue our Beast of the Night contest. This is a thank you to everybody that comes and hangs out in the fantasy bar, hits that thumbs up button, signs up for scoresandodds.com. Whatever it is you come and do here, I appreciate it, and we say thank you with this contest. So all you have to do, get in the comment section right below the video and guess fantasy points for my highest scoring hitter of the 5. Can be any of them. Closest guess on DraftKings will win themselves a free 3-day pass to RotoGrinders Premium, a chance to check out all of these tools that we talk about every day, Lineup HQ, Plate IQ, so on and so forth. Or if you're already a subscriber, we will send you a free RotoGrinders t-shirt. Let's wrap this baby up with my favorite play for Thursday night. You know him as the Beast of the Night. All right, Beast time. One more bat to go. We're going to go back to the outfield here with YORDAN ALVAREZ of the Astros, tonight's Beast of the Night. So ALVAREZ is really the matchup of the whole slate that jumped off the page to me, and that's generally who lands in the Beast spot here. But let's dig into some of the numbers against righties. An ISO over 300, a WOBA over 400 here. When we start to look at the pitches that Foltynewicz is going to be throwing here, generally throws a lot of fastballs and sinkers to left-handed hitters. We're talking about over 63% of the pitches that he's going to throw to lefties here. Fastballs, ALVAREZ, 416 WOBA, 275 ISO. Smashes that pitch. Sinker, 433 WOBA, and a 324 ISO. So both of Foltynewicz's primary pitches are pitches that ALVAREZ has hit well in his career. Not to mention, Foltynewicz, we know, struggles big time with left-handed bats. You see that massive 375 ISO allowed, a 430 WOBA allowed, and of course, the fly ball, hard contact rate combo I love, 52% fly ball rate, 48% hard contact rate. Alvarez in an absolute smash spot here tonight. If he was 6,200 on DraftKings, I still want him in my lineup. The matchup is that good here tonight. Yordan Alvarez, easily my favorite play on the board in tonight's Beast of the Night. All right, guys, that'll wrap us up here for Thursday in the Fantasy Bar, talking baseball with 5 of my favorite hitters and my favorite pitcher on the slate tonight. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any comments, questions, feedback, hit me up in that comment section. You can follow me on Twitter at Beermakersfan. Guys, don't forget, highest scoring hitter, fantasy points on DraftKings for a shot at some free RotoGrinders Premium. And lastly, guys, go check out scoresandodds.com. Even if it's just for the week, go and check it out. I promise you, you're going to like what you see. Click the link in the description. Get all set up for all the sports betting information that you can handle. For RotoGrinders.com, I am Beer saying salut. Guys, best of luck here tonight. We'll be back tomorrow with an NBA video wading through the end of the regular season, but we'll be back with 6 of my favorite plays. Baseball will be back with more videos next week. Guys, good luck tonight. Thank you for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.
Hey, thanks for checking out our videos. If you want more expert advice on DraftKings, FanDuel, or any other daily fantasy sports, make sure you check out the current videos playlist.